What's up, all you hardworking men and women? It's time to clock in. Here I am, like Superman with his cape on, here to save the day, to make sure you're not trading like a complete jackass today. So let me give you a good pre-market morning watch list. And everything that I talk about in this video is going to be backed up by receipts. So we're going to start off over here on the pre-market top gainers list, guys. And really what we're looking for here is any stock with a market cap and a free float that is below 50 million. So the top gainer for the day is MGRX. Right here, you can see the market cap is 2.6 million. Now, I want you to keep in mind, guys, this market cap right here, it does not update in pre-market. I wish that it did, but it doesn't. So in reality, remember, the market cap does increase with the price. So the price has increased by 124%, which means this market cap has also increased by 124%, which means the true market cap for this stock is currently sitting like right around 5 million right now, which is fine because that's still low. Keep in mind, guys, what we're looking for is any stock with below a $50 million market cap and below a 50 million shares on the float. Okay, so this one's sitting at about a $5 million market cap. Also, too, the free float is only sitting at 14.5 million. So that's check. That's check. So I would be interested in trading this stock. But a couple things that I want you to realize is that, number one, we had this big knife down here yesterday, right going into the close, and it did end up bouncing back. But this big knife down is actually the reason why it's up so much, because this is actually where we closed yesterday, and now they're counting this entire move right here. So it's a bit odd. Like, there was just major selling right there at the close yesterday. So that's a bit odd, number one. But number two is we set this high right here at 4:05 a.m. And then as you can see, this 5-minute candle, I'm on the 5-minute time frame. This is what I would consider a breakout. This was a high, 5-minute candle closes above it, and this right here is when I start to track it. So if you guys are brand new to the channel and you don't know, everything that I show is always backed up by receipts. So if I just reset my master tracker here, you can see I've tracked 3,368 breakouts over the past 15 months. Nobody in this game has tracked more data than me, because whenever I trade, I don't want to feel like I'm gambling. I don't want to trade with intuition. I don't want to trade with feelings. I want to trade with cold, hard motherfucking data, okay? And that's exactly, that's what your mindset should be if you want to be a successful trader. We can't be trading off of intuition and fucking gambling. If you want to gamble, just go to the casino. Anyways, this stock broke out at what time frame? That's the first thing that we can filter by. It broke out between 6 to 7 a.m. because it broke out at 6:50 a.m. EST. So I'm going to come to the time range here, and I'm going to go to 6 to 7 a.m. EST. Now, another thing that we can filter by is going to be free float and market cap, because we know that's super important. So what I want to do here is get rid of all of the free floats that are above 50 million. So we're going to go 10 to 50 million, because if you take a look right here, you can see that MGRX is 14.5 million shares on the float. The market cap is sitting around 5 million. So we're going to go to market cap, and we're also going to go to 1 to 10 million. Okay. Now, you can see over the past 15 months, guys, there's only been 9 stocks, right? So I want a bigger sample size. So what I'm going to do here is, because 10 to 50 million shares on the float and 1 to 10 million shares on the float, they do move somewhat very similarly. So I'm going to open that up a little bit just so I can get a bigger sample size. And also, I'm going to go down to market cap, and I'm also going to include 10 to 50 million dollar market caps as well. Now I'm sitting at over 137 trades that I've tracked. And now the sample size is big enough for me to get a really good idea of, like, typically how far these stocks run. So out of 137 of these stocks, only 50 of them ran for 15%, which is why I don't go long between 6 to 7 a.m. So if you guys are waking up early in the morning and you're trying to take breakouts between 6 to 7 a.m., highly recommend that you don't do that if you like making money. But again, it's your money. Read the disclaimer. You can do whatever you want. Now, what we need to keep in mind is say, okay, only 50 out of 137 went for 15%. But if we come back and take a look at MGRX, well, guess what? This thing ended up popping. It ended up popping all the way up to 42 cents. So, okay, let's take a look here. That's a 34, almost a 35% gain. So to get up to 30%, you can see right here the win rate for 30%. There was only a 19% chance that it did that. Only 27 out of 137 stocks, historically speaking, have done that. So what I want to find out now is, what is the chances that it keeps running? So, you know, for you, you might say, okay, it already ran 35%. Even though it's pulling back right now, that does not necessarily mean that it's not going to bounce. The reason why we trade penny stocks is because we want the volatility. So out of the 27 stocks that broke through and ran for 30%, 20 of those actually ran for 27. And if I just go over here to my calculator, I'm going to pull that up. 20 divided by 27. You can see that 74% actually ran for an additional 40%. So if I'm taking a look at this bad boy and I'm saying, okay, typically when a stock runs this much, there's about a 70% chance that it's going to continue to move, right? So that means if I was to get in somewhere around this range, like literally right now while it's pulling back, and I was to go for the full 40%, let me show you how that would work. All right. So we're going to take this and we're going to move this up to 40% because where I track it from is where this 5-minute candle closed. So this would be 40%. So my take profit would be right up here at around 44 cents. If I got in right here, that means I have about a 27% reward. And what I would be able to do is put my stop loss down here near around like 25, which means my stop loss would be around like 15%, 17%. All right. So in that scenario, my reward would be better than my risk. However, I do not plan on taking this stock. And the reason why is just because I have other strategies that are like more profitable. They're more proven over time. So I don't plan on taking this trade at all. Now, keep in mind, there is a decent chance that this thing could bounce back, especially going into market open. But for me, I just got other strategies that I typically look for, so I'm not going to be trading that one. The next one is going to be UGRO. Something to keep in mind here, $1.6 million market cap. Free float is also super low, so this thing is probably going to be super volatile and make quick moves to the upside and quick moves to the downside. Something that I want you to notice is broke out between 7 to 8 a.m. The next 5-minute candle was red, which is typically a pretty good indication that it's not going to be the big runner for the day because we didn't get a clean breakout on this breakout right here. So for UGRO, I'm not going to be taking that one. Next up, we got ZYBT. Something I want you to keep in mind right here is this thing popped. We broke out above this 106 level right here, and then immediately we took a shit and pulled back over 20% right here. So in my tracker for the day, I've already tracked this as a loser because I'm never going to risk more than like 15 to 20%. So this one is already a loser. I will not be trading this one at all today. Okay. Next up is FFAI, $55 million market cap. I'm just going to mark that one off the list. I will not be trading that one. Next one is going to be ABVE. So let's go to ABVE. And you can see that I have an alert set at 0.9751. But keep in mind here, currently right now, this is at a $35 million market cap. And it's already been increased by 24%. So I would have to do the math. And this is typically where I pull ChatGPT up. And I'm like, hey, chat. A $35 million market cap, increase that by 24%. And it's going to tell me what it is. And whatever that number is, I needed to be below 50 million. But also keep in mind, we have an additional probably 10 to 15% right there that's going to climb. So by the time it hits this breakout level, the market cap is probably going to be either really close to 50 million or it might be right above 50 million. So I actually need to do the math on that. But I have an alert set there. Like I'll do the math in the moment if it ends up breaking out, but I have an alert set at that level. That could be a possible play. Next up, we got AIFF. Now, AIFF, this one kind of did a massive dump here Friday. I have an alert set right here that's 205 level. The market cap and free float is good on that one. So right now, just what I see is like the volume is pretty damn low on it. So down here all the way at the bottom, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but I actually have my own custom volume indicator. So not only can I see how many shares have been traded, but I can also see the dollar volume as well. So, you get this massive flow of volume coming in at 8:05 a.m., $739,000 flowed through. And then the next candle only had 52,000. And then the next candle only had 8,000. So the volume is pretty low. I do have an alert set at 205. All right, next up, we got MSC, $442 million market cap. We're going to get that one off the list. BGM, $120 million market cap. Get that one off this list. And it looks like a new one actually just popped up. So if we come over to TOVX, okay, so TOVX, take a look at the profile. It's from the United States. This stock has some potential. It's very low price, only sitting at 24 cents. But if we take a look at the market cap, we take a look at the free float. Free float is 45 million. So it's on the higher side. So I don't know if it's going to be super parabolic and make a massive move, but it could be good for 10 to 15% move here. But I'm definitely going to be waiting for a pullback here on the 5-minute time frame first. Market cap is currently sitting at TOVX. Market cap sitting at 8 million. Increase that by 27%. So it's sitting right above 10 million. Okay. So for me, TOVX is definitely on watch. UGRO, I'm not going to be trading. So TOVX is definitely on watch. AIFF is a possible, and ABVE a possible as well. Okay. So that is my morning pre-market watch list, guys. If you guys want to trade with me one-on-one, you want to be my one-on-one student, you can click the link down below. I'm currently taking on, I want to get at least 3 more students here. Two more people just signed up on Friday, so I want at least 3 more students. So if you want to be trained by me one-on-one, you want access to my dashboard so you can see everything that I track so you can trade with real data, click the link down below, book a call with me. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Deuces.